I have been waiting for this game for about 3 years now, I think. It combines my favorite series with one of my favorite styles of game, Star Wars Hunters. This game is a ton of fun. It's only been out for a short time, but you can tell that a lot of love and dedication and care has gone into making this a great experience. Star Wars Hunters is an arena hero shooter set in the Star Wars universe. Developed by Zynga, an American developer based in California, known for making mobile games. The game takes place on the southern pole of Vespara, a planet where every hour is considered magic hour. Right before he got to it. There are currently 4 game modes. So you have Squad Brawl, Dynamic Control, Power Control, and Trophy Chase. So basically Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill, Conquest, and Star Wars version of Halo's Oddball. Matches are extremely quick to get into, taking no more than a few seconds to find a match. You wait. Boom, match found. Loading screens are pretty short and matches are fast paced, man. Some may view the short matches as a bit of a downside, but being able to play 1 or 2 matches in only about 10 or 20 minutes, if that, is great. Especially if you're like me and you don't really get to sit down for long periods of time to really game. But it definitely feels like Overwatch in a sense of like, well, 1, I suck at it, and 2, it's a team-based hero shooter with fun characters and fast gameplay. This game does have bots, but with many people playing on mobile and Switch, I can't really tell if some players are bots or real people. Like right there, like how he's moving, that's a player. You can usually tell based on how they move around during a match. Having bots is good and bad. Bots can help players get into matches a lot faster. If it already takes a while to find a match and the matches themselves already being, well, relatively short, then many players will not find the game worth really putting that much time into or even sticking with at all. If you can't get players in and out of games quickly, it can honestly kill the game entirely. That's what killed Overwatch for me. I got tired of waiting for several minutes just to find a match, and then in that match, we lose in like 5 minutes because the other team's players were more experienced or just straight better than half the people on my team, along with all the other issues that Overwatch has. However, it is hard to improve against bots, or if you have them on your team, they could really cost you the match. But as long as they stay out of ranked and only in the regular and kind of more casual game modes, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Besides, being able to quickly queue up, find a match, play that match, have it count towards my battle pass or leveling up a character, it's good. It's all good. The graphics aren't the most visually impressive, but they are stylized. I can get behind a really good stylized game. The art style is nice, especially considering most games nowadays try to go for more of like a realistic or realism. The thing is, realistic graphics can start to show their age after a while, especially depending on the methods used to pull them off. And for systems like the Switch, going for a more stylized look is kind of more reasonable for the hardware. This game is so bright and vibrant, it makes my neurons fire on all cylinders. There are a few things to mention. When things kind of start to get a little crazy on screen, like during team fights, the frame rate drops. It seems like the frame rate gets crazy low, which can make it difficult to see what's going on. However, I feel it's still playable, but I hope they'll fix the frame rate issue in a future patch. The controls were a huge worry for me also. I was thinking the game was going to kind of control like butt, and that was going to ruin the game because it would just feel off. But honestly, it feels fine. The movement is very snappy, which is great. The animations, though, for your character's movement feel slightly off. Some movements for special abilities feel almost sped up and rushed. It looks strange, honestly. Other than that, it feels fantastic. There is gyro for the Switch. I personally don't use it, but maybe some of you guys do. There's also aim assist, but I can't tell if it doesn't always work or if I'm constantly fighting it. It's probably just me though. I did have to mute the music during recording just to avoid any possible DMCA. but I will say that the music does its job fairly well. It's not really super memorable music, so maybe throw on your own tunes while playing. The sound effects, though, feel spot on, especially for the Star Wars universe. Lots of blaster fire, lightsabers, everything felt very impactful. There are currently only 5 maps. You have Ewok Village, based on the forest moon of Endor. This map has tall trees with platforms, perfect for kind of getting the drop on your opponent. There is Mos Espa, the pod race map. On this one, you have to make sure you don't get hit by oncoming pod racers, so just gotta kind of keep an eye out. Then you have the Dune Sea outpost from Tatooine. There's this huge circle in the middle that's great for team fights. Then you have the Death Star Crossfire, fighting on a moon. Wait, that's no moon.
It's a space station.
And Vandor Rail Yard. This one has a massive lane in the middle, great for like medium to long range engagement. The maps definitely feel like each one is catered towards a specific role or character, which is great. However, some matches can be a little bit stressful, especially if you weren't paying attention during the character select, so you weren't really looking at the map, and you chose a character that's terrible for that map, and you see you're struggling because you chose the wrong character for that map. Yeah. I do feel like they need to add some more maps. Maybe they will in the future, but for now, this is kind of what we got. There are currently 13 characters. I'm not going to go too deep into them here, one of which is locked behind the battle pass. Each character fills a very specific role, whether that be like a healer, a tank, a support. Sentinel right here, he's kind of a tanky boy. He can get in and he can push. He's great pushing. Or there's that mysterious coming soon tab on the Star Wars Hunters website. I don't know, maybe that's nothing. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's nothing. There doesn't seem to be any actual lore to the characters besides what they have on the website, but maybe we'll see them in the future in like, I don't know, clips or shows. This game is completely free to play. You do not need to pay a single dime to play this game. However, there are in-game currencies. One you earn by playing and the other you buy with your hard-earned money. When I jump into a free-to-play game and I like it and I'm enjoying the game and I'm enjoying my time in the game, I might spend a little bit of money for like the battle pass or maybe a skin. And if I continue to like the game, especially further on down the road and I'm still playing it, I'll buy maybe the next battle pass, maybe another skin. So long as, like, you know, it's not egregious or anything, like there's no $30 skin, I'm not gonna buy that usually. Smite. However, as soon as I stop enjoying the game and the prices get a little too out of control, I stop spending money on it. I'll still play it, maybe, but I just kind of stop spending money. It's not really a bad thing that you can buy a premium battle pass or spend money on a free game. I look at it as kind of supporting the team that made it, supporting the devs, especially if you look at other games like Fortnite, League of Legends, Valorant, Paladins, Overwatch. You can buy skins and support the devs there too, same way. You see, they gotta keep the servers going, they gotta keep the game running, and they gotta pay their crew and the developers. So throwing a little money here and there isn't the end of the world. However, there are skins in this game that are worth up to $30. That's a little ridiculous, guys, come on. So let me explain, right? Crystals are the premium currency of the game. Similar to many other free-to-play games, you need to buy these with real money. 400 crystals is worth about $5. 2,200 or 2,200 is worth about 20, and so on. Basically, 10 crystals is $1. They also have the larger packs for like $50 to $100. That's ridiculous. Don't do that. Don't buy those. You should not be spending that much money on digital currency. Like, come on. Whoever decided the prices for these items in the shop is being very aggressive in getting you to spend money, so be careful out there. It is a free-to-play game. You do not need to spend money. Yes, it's nice to send some money towards the devs and towards the company that made it, but do not go bankrupt for skins. All right, now let's go back and we're gonna look at these cosmetics. So this skin alone, the Dutiful Soldier, however you want to say that, is 745 crystals. That's going to be roughly bare minimum $10. $10 for that, and you're going to have about a little over 300 crystals left. So this is 1,300, which is borderline crazy. That's like $20. That's an almost $20 skin. I am not okay with that. 330 crystals, that's $5. It's You want me to spend $5 for the color orange. All right. Then you have these bundles. Okay. You spend $20, you get this. You spend $20, you get this. Right? I actually like that a lot. That's actually pretty cool. This game is cross-platform and has cross-progression. You can use one account on Switch and mobile. However, getting it set up is very unintuitive. And on your Switch, you are using, well, your Switch account as the account. I know it's confusing. Stick with me. Then you can't link your account for cross progression. You need to have one account linked to the game. Say you want your Switch account to be the main one that's on mobile and your Switch. You need to go into the game, go into settings, go to account, then link account, link it to your email, then boom, it should work. Yeah, hopefully. See, I made the mistake of using my Switch account on Switch and then my email on mobile. Now I have to wait a week to delete my account that I was using for my email so I can use my Switch account on my phone by linking it to my email. It's unintuitive, I'm sorry. But honestly, once you get it going and taken care of, you should be good to go. It's not so bad. It's a little bit of a headache. I think this game should come to PC and other consoles. It would be a great competitor to other hero shooters like Paladins and Overwatch, but honestly, who knows if that's ever going to happen. Some say that this game is pretty casual. However, it might become more competitive soon as well, especially with the style of game. It is, again, a hero shooter, a hero arena shooter. Just give players some time to find out what is meta, and we will start seeing people leave matches, whether through rage quitting because they didn't get their favorite character, or just quitting because you're like, oh, you're not playing the meta. It happens every single time with games like this. All the time, unavoidable. This game is a lot of fun and definitely worth trying out. I know I plan to keep playing it, but what about you? Are you going to check out Star Wars Hunters, or are you hoping for a future PC or console release? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And while you're at it, why not turn on that notifications bell as well? I will see you in the arena.
Are you ready?